and action.
Hi, Chef Jeff here. Welcome to Let's Go Rogue, and we are at this Branson Family Retreat's beautiful home. And today we have a special guest, Vashon from Tuff Momma Salts. She not only makes a wide variety of premium salts, she also makes my personal salts that we sell on our website. So today she's going to cook up a couple meals for you, some items that I'm sure you're going to love. So, Vashon?
Thank you, Chef.
You're welcome.
It's awesome being here. So I have to tell you, I'm a mama. That's why we're called Tuff Momma Salt Craft. And I like to make my meals as simple as possible because you don't want hangry children or husbands for that matter. So today we're gonna start off with sheet pan pork. So if you're a busy mom and you've got kiddos or a husband or spouse or somebody at your home that's hungry and you don't want them to have to do dishes or you don't want to have to do dishes, this is the way to go because it's one pan, one meal, all on a plate, and I even cheat a little bit and I use some baggies that I can either rinse out or throw away afterwards. So let's get started.
All right, so what's your first ingredient that you're gonna need?
Yeah, so first we need some pork loins, and we actually have 4 of them here. You only need one package. One package of them has 2 of them in there. That's really all you need. Unless you have a really big family, then you're gonna want all 4. But we're only gonna need 2 today. So let's talk about some of the ingredients. We are going to be marinating with a rub several things on our pork. So number 1, we've got some brown sugar, which sugar makes everything more tasty. Then we've got some paprika, some onion powder, some garlic powder. We got a little bit of cayenne because you gotta heat it up a little bit. Then we've got our black pepper, and then our secret ingredient. We've got our smoked apple salt. This is one of our salts that we smoke over aged apple wood, and it's gonna taste like you actually smoked your pork on a smoker. But you're not gonna have to do that. So it's a great cheat code for getting that smoked flavor.
It's really tasty. I have it at my house, so it's a wonderful salt here. So you're just gonna rub a couple of those?
Yeah, so watch this. This is my little cheat code. So we're just gonna take my little baggie. I'm gonna take all this beautiful stuff and we're just gonna dump it in. Done. We already pre-measured, so we're good to go. Now I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna throw them in. It's kind of like the old shake and bake. You remember that? It's kind of
I
like
don't know. Some of the viewers may not know what that is.
I know. I'm aging myself. I'm dating myself here. But basically, you're just gonna rub it around like this. Look, I don't even need gloves really. But we're gonna rub it around, get it all nice and covered in that beautiful seasoning. Easy. Okay, so it's in there. I'm gonna leave it there for a little bit, just kind of soak in. Right. Set that down. Okay, so we also, the way that we do our sheet pan recipe is we're gonna have our potatoes as well. So I choose baby potatoes. They cook up really easily and really quickly. So one of the things that I recommend is that you cut them in half. By cutting them in half, you're gonna get all that beautiful juices in there. So I'm gonna cut these guys in half, get some good potatoes going. There we go. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to take our next batch of rubs together for the vegetables. So we've got potatoes. We also have some fresh cut green beans. And these all are going to go on the same pan with the pork. So let's talk about how that goes together. We have some unsalted butter. We also have some fresh chives. We have a minced garlic, black pepper, and then again, another secret ingredient is our Tuff Momma French garden salt. This has got rosemary, lemon, and garlic. It's just a beautiful salt for vegetables.
And when she says that, and like in all of her seasonings, it's not just a fake seasoning. It's real ingredients. She makes a bourbon bacon salt for me. It's made with real bacon, real bourbon. So it's there. The flavor's there. It's not artificial. And it's real salt. The color of the salt is the kind of salt it is. So you get great flavor plus no additives.
Thank you for that. Absolutely. So again, I'm going to use a cheat code here because I like to make things easy. We're going to take another gallon bag. We're going to throw all that in there. Now, ideally, we do need to melt this butter up. You're going to melt that for me? Look at him go. So we're going to throw this in here. We have fun in it. Because, cooking should be fun, and here's something cool. You can get kids involved in this if you have little ones. They could be, rubbing this together and helping you out with that. You can have them, help you pour stuff in. If they're a little older, you can have them help cut with supervision, of course. If you get beans that need to be snapped to get the ends off, that's a fun activity. That's one of the first things that I used to have my little ones do, was to break the ends off all the beans and rinse them off for me. So these are things that you can get your family involved so that you don't have hangry kids. All right, so
we got our butter melted.
Yep, so dump that in there. Perfect. So the first thing we're gonna do is throw the potatoes in by themselves. Okay, we'll take all those guys and just dump them in. Perfect. And once again, shake it up. Get all that good seasoning.
More shake and bake.
You watch Chef Jeff, and he's such a pro at what he does. He has so much experience. And I'm a home chef. I come from a line of cooks, all women. We unfortunately don't have any men in our family that cook.
Oh wow!
So it's always a pleasure to hang with guys that love to cook, because I didn't get that as a kid.
And it's funny, all the people I know that really do a lot of cooking are men.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Perfect comment. We should all get together and just have a cook fest.
Yeah, that would be good.
So here's the first part of layering it on your tray. Now, I neglected to say earlier, you should preheat your oven to 450 degrees. So we already started that before we began talking. So look at it, he's on it. So we started ahead of time, preheat it, get ready to go, and it's gonna be a middle tray. So you wanna have your tray set in the oven at middle so you don't have to move it. All right, so we're gonna take our potatoes, we're gonna do face down, and we're just gonna layer them on here. Do you wanna help with this? I'm gonna dump it out and we can just
put my gloves on for this, and then
I'm trying not to lose too much of the seasoning because we're gonna rub the beans in there as well. Okay, and yeah, so we're just gonna do 2 rows, try to mix them up, keep a space in the middle.
Middle for the
so have a space.
The green beans.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the green beans and I'm gonna go ahead and throw them back in the bag. I have way too much fun in the kitchen because to me, cooking is a stress reliever. It should be fun. It should be a place of love and sharing and telling good stories. Some of the best and funniest stories come from cooking, and I can think of so many. One of the things that my little sister and I used to love to do was to make cookies. And if we didn't have the right ingredients, we would just substitute, not knowing what the right substitution was. And some of the funniest things happened with our cookies. And most of them were unedible until we got a bit bigger and realized, cream of tartar is not the same as some of the other.
Baking soda or baking powder, yes.
Right, they can give that to you. So I threw the green beans in here too. I just want to take the rest of that beautiful butter that's in there and the spices and get them a little bit of seasoning. I told you this was easy. So yeah, we probably should have got more potatoes because you want enough so that it goes on both sides, but that's okay. We're not gonna worry about it.
More room for green beans.
That's right. So we're just gonna layer those down the middle here. Yeah.
Make a little bed for the pork.
Exactly, you got it.
Yeah, so this is your food. You want to treat it as comfortable as you can.
That's right. That's right. I believe that when you cook with love, it infuses your food with that love, and people can feel it. They can feel your energy. They can feel that you're happy when you're doing it, and it just makes it taste that much better. So, all right, so we got all those in there. So now the easy part, you just take your pork and then the nice marinade there, and we're just gonna lay that out on those beans.
Looks good already.
And yeah, so I'm gonna turn around so you can kind of see some of the potatoes. It has a nice color. So when it gets cooked, it's gonna have that beautiful crust that's gonna be on there. You'll see it after it cooks for, I think it cooks until the internal temperature hits 140. And you're gonna let it rest for about 5-10 minutes just so it gets that good flavor.
And I know some of y'all are probably saying 140, that's not well done. You should cook pork. Pork can be cooked to medium. And that's where you really want to eat it. You don't have to worry about it cooking it to death like in your grandparents' age. So we'll go into the oven.
Perfect.
And when we get back, we're gonna start on a no-churn ice cream from Vashon from Tuff Momma Salt. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Chef.